Alright, we're live. We're live. Alright, live. Copy this to here. Stream settings, edit. Customization, sub only, bam. Awesome. Alright, we're live. What the fuck? Test stream prom. We finishing. It's fine. Alright. We are officially hashtag live. We are officially live. This a little light part 2. A little light part 2. I know all you shitheads are awake. I need people to pull up before I start. I think we got through Gen 2. Or at least like the initial wave of Gen 2 here. I think at least. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. No, we're into Gen 2. You're into Gen 2. That's a stream health. Let's see. Stream health. Beautiful. Perfect. Alright. We'll go in here in a second here. So you wake up a little bit, take a couple sips of my coffee. My coffee. On this side so I can see the chat a little bit better. Do belly bolt first. You know what? Just for you, Pippi, we'll find belly bolt really quick. We're not ranking all like the not evolved guys. Just like the competitively viable draft guys. I'll find you a belly bolt. Where's Belly? Here's Belly. Oops. I got you. Big Belly. I think Belly is definitely like a certified C tier gamer, right? Like, low tier Tera guy. Like, if you have extra points, really good, like, flying resist, like, torn check, things like that. It's gotta go. Probably about right here. I think Belly, like, had its day in the sun. We're kind of overglazing it for a little bit. But, it's definitely strong, and, like, having guys with access to Toxic this gen is always going to be, like, a plus, right? It's kind of just like a stat monster too. He has 8 billion, yeah, at least defensive stats. I'm here for Big Belly. We're back. How's it going on? It's going good. I just woke up. I work like nights this week for some reason. I usually work like open on the weekends where I'm like up at work at 6 a.m. So I slept in a little bit. Slept until like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But I'm used to waking up early, so I had to pull up and do something with my time if I'm going to be up early on a weekend, right? I brought Specs Tera Electrical Glow, some more just belly, but once, oh shit, were we playing just like no grass type or no ground type at all? Sheesh. I guess you could like always hit it with a Scald, you know, or Muddy Water. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, there you go. Belly Bolt, the sole Gen 9 guy in our Gen 1 through 2 ranking so far. Of the guys who are in the SV decks. Of the guys who are in the SV decks. Alrighty, y'all. We can go ahead and start though. Getting everybody going. If you guys do enjoy, please drop a like. I'd appreciate it. It helps push it out to more people. I know it's early in the morning, but I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. At least it's early for me. It's only 8:50. So, I guess it's kind of like perfect time for everybody else, right? Ah. Your only ground card was non-Tera Gligar, so I just brought Icy on another guy out. Big. There you go. There you go. Big Belly Bolt. I'm assuming you've drafted Belly Bolt a lot then? At least I'm assuming. I definitely drafted a lot early gen, I think. I definitely drafted a lot early gen. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and get going. Where are we at in our fully evolved guys? I think we've jumped right into Masquerade. 2 total times, yeah? Nice, there you go. Oh shit, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on one sec. I apologize. Let me look away from the mic real quick. Whew, I forgot to take my allergy medicine yet. Do that after stream. Cool. Alright, Masquerain. I think Masquerain's gotta go in D tier, right? Like, it's like your stereotypical, like, shitty low tier web setter. At bare minimum, it does, like, offer a little bit more and, like, Quiver Dance and Intim and things like that, but, like, the stats are just so bad that anything higher than, like, a low D tier is just, like, not fair. I feel bad looking at these early gens, man. Like, some of these monsters are just really bad now. Some of these monsters are just really, really bad now. I don't know. Breloom. Breloom's a Pokemon I really want to be good. I love Breloom, and he's like one of the most fun Pokemon ever to draft. Like, if you get the opportunity to draft a Breloom, please do. It's so much fun. The only issue is, again, it's just stat crept at this point. Strong Mox, though, I think, like, Tera Breloom could be awesome. I think them not giving this guy Trailblaze was so messed up. They were, like, worried that Breloom was going to be broken. So they didn't give it Trailblaze plus Technician, but, like, it would have been fine. Like, the fact that, like, they're like, that would have been broken, right? Let me turn this down a little bit. The fact they're like, that would have been broken, but like, also, look at this new Pokemon that's Mega Gardevoir and Gallade in one and is fairy fighting. You know what I mean? Like, it's very funny that they're like, this is where we draw the line. Breloom can't be good. Breloom cannot be good. It's not allowed. So I think that's sad. I think he'd probably be a B tier Pokemon if he got Trailblaze. That's about it. I'm gonna use Rock Tails instead of Trailblaze. Yeah, I mean, like, Rock Tomb would still be used as, like, coverage, right? Like, to hit flyings and fires. But, like, Trailblaze would be, like, a consistent, like, or, like, a great option to boost your own speed to make your Bolt Seeds, like, ridiculously terrifying while still doing crazy damage. Like, it'd still do, obviously, crazy Technician damage, so. It's a bit tough, this life, though. It's a bit tough. I really, really wish it was a little bit better. Unfortunately, Slacking's gonna go in F tier. It's a funny gimmick guy, you know? If you're playing a little doubles, you know, obviously this is a singles tournament, right? We're talking from the context of single battles. So Slacking's going to be terrible. You can obviously get some use out of it, nuke gas, doubles, things like that, but it's not what I'm concerned about with here, like, at all. A Pokemon I actually really love, and I absolutely adored it when I used it, value-wise. Obviously, like, something like Breloom or Gengar is a better Pokemon than Hariyama, but, like, we're ranking based on value that you get them at the price point that they're at, right? Hariyama's very cheap. Absolutely love this guy, whether it be with an AV, whether it be with like a helmet with Whirlwind and things like that. When I used this guy in BBR, the season, like the No Tera season, I loved Hariyama. Incredible Pokemon. It's a Pokemon I use a lot in older gens. I'm in Oras Cup right now in top 8, and it's on my team there too. Love it there as well. Like, absolutely love me some Hariyama. Super awesome Pokemon. Like, really, really incredible Pokemon, and it's incredibly cheap. Incredibly cheap to be ridiculously strong and very fat in the way that you need to. Obviously, Hariyama is one of those, like, high HP monsters where, like, if you want to be Fizdef or you want to be Spadef, that's cool. You can be that, but you can't be both because of how the HP works out and things like that. Like, the HP, like, plus, like, the terrible defenses. I'll guess by Conk heavily. Yes, as a Pokemon, I agree 100%. Here's the thing, though. This is, like, where I would lean and rather have Hariyama than Conk is because Conk is 8 points, which isn't bad, right? You could totally draft Conk. Conk is good too, by the way. Like, I'm not saying Conk is bad. But the cool thing about Hariyama is it's half the price. You know what I mean? Like, Conk is obviously a better Pokemon. It just 100% is. But Hariyama's 4 points, right? Very, very cheap option in SV. Very cheap option everywhere. You can see even in, like, Oras. Even Oras, it's 4 points. So it, like, very consistently kind of sits around that range. And, like, the value that you get out of that is awesome. Yes, Conk is, like, obviously leagues better, though. Like, for sure. For sure. Okay. Alright, on to the next one. Where are we at? Next up, we have... I guess we could also put Vigoroth as, like, a technically draftable, like, NFE guy. We'll put him in F tier. He's technically draftable. Alright, this is gonna be a hot take. I don't know if it's gonna be a hot take to those who know ball. Sableye goes in B tier. Again, you have to keep in mind when we're doing Draft League rankings, right? We're ranking based on Draft League. The viability, or the value you get out of Sableye at the price point of that is next to none, right? Very often, these SV teams, Oh, yeah, Sableye the G. Very often these SV teams like really thrive on having that like low tier ghost spin block kind of guy. And I think Sableye is a really incredible one because of the disruption that it brings, right? Like bring that like option of being like Encore Wisp, things like that to really, really punish passive play and really put a ton of pressure on your opponent to not try and remove hazards, at least in a rapid spin traditional way. You with me? I think is really, really nice and really, really important. Prankster is such a broken ability. Yeah, it carries the Pokemon, obviously, right? Like, it's pretty terrible otherwise. But again, I think the value that Sableye offers at a 5-point price point is going to be incredible. I mean, there's one of my favorite thumbnails ever. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'll pull up my YouTube. One sec. While I do this, like the stream, y'all. Do it now. Hold on. Play this. My favorite thumbnails ever was this cool, like... there it is. No, I wanted to open the playlist, not... Where is it? There it is. Cool. Our favorite thumbnails ever, which, by the way, Kurt snapped this season with my thumbnails. What's up, Thriller? How's it going, bro? Prankster Encore with T-Wave is an ultimate disruptor. Oh, for sure. Where's my favorite thumbnail? There it is. Yeah, it was this game against Dell where I brought like this almost like full stall like Sableye build. This is an Ubers, by the way. This was an Ubers. You can see this is it was the Sol Galeo counter. Hold on. I'll turn off the noise. Hold on. What was the full squad? It was like it was just like rock standard like offensive Dialga. Pretty simple, right? Like, very, very fat Ogerpon. Spiking. Here's our Sableye, obviously. It was, like, Helmet Wisp, Encore Foul Play. Very simple. Then it was, like, fucking very, very fat Quackleval. Like, just to ensure that we are always keeping hazards off the field. T-Spiking Wheezing. Like, double hazard Wheezing, or double thing Wheezing. And then this sick-ass Resto Chesto Tera Flying Acro View. This is one of my favorite builds. This is such a sick build. And obviously, it did really well in this game. I mean, you can see throughout the like a vast majority of this game was just like the combination of like Quackleval and Sableye and Weezing for a good majority of it. It was like a really cool like budget like semi-stall build. Doing good. Going to a bowling with my family to celebrate his 3rd birthday. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Have fun, dude. That's hella fun. During the summertime, my family gets like a bowling pack. It's like kids bowl free kind of thing. And I have a younger brother who's 13, so we get it for him. But then we also just like get to go with him. So we be bowling a lot during the summertime. I'm very bad at bowling. By the way, 8 viewers, 1 like. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I know we're all awake now. Hit the button. Hit the button. Alright. On to the next. Metagame is a Pokemon. I actually remember early SV when it was like super reduced decks. I thought this Pokemon was going to be awesome. I thought it was going to be really good because fighting types, I did identify that fighting types are really strong in this meta, but I thought that Metagame would be better than it was. Like, at least it's like a somewhat draftable Pokemon. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Well, I accidentally grabbed Love-Disc. Love-Disc is going to go in F. But Metagame probably down bottom of D tier, around there, right? Like, not going to be anything crazy. Unfortunately, just stat crept. So go in ADV, though. And Mega Medi, you know, regular Medi suffered, so Mega Medi could sprint, man. That guy's getting Trailblaze and maybe agility if they keep ZA moves. Mega Medi is going to be awesome in Champions Draft. I'm very excited for Mega Medi. That guy's going to be sick. Like, absolutely sick. So, we'll see. I'm very excited about that, though. Very excited. Okay. Next up. Swalot. Swalot's another Pokemon. Where's Muck at? Swalot's going to go a little bit behind Muck is where I'm going to have it. We ranked Muck, right? Why is Muck not ranked? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Swalot's going to go behind Muck. Swalot is just like when you're drafting a low tier fairy resist and Muck is gone, right? That is what Swalot is, but it does the job decently well enough, right? It does the job decently well enough. Then we have Camerupt. Camerupt actually used to have some like decent viability in like Gen 8 because it was a really good like Zera Coco check for like very, very cheap. But those guys don't exist anymore. And because of that, there's not really like a job that Camerupt has in my mind. Like there really isn't. So he's going to sit down there in F tier, unfortunately. Cool mon, but yeah, he's just in F tier. Next up is going to be Torkoal. Torkoal's also going to go in C tier because I think that there is a better Sunsetter in Ninetales. Ninetales is just, in singles at least, in singles, Ninetales is a better Sunsetter because of access to sleep and hypnosis, and especially, unless you're Smolarn. Ooh. Nobody tell Gold Mason Part 2. Or actually, nobody tell Odin. Gold Mason didn't yell at me for saying the sleep band was corrupt. That was Odin. Nobody tell Odin. But also, like, access to Healing Wish, I think, is, like, the big thing, right? Like, Sun plays very offensively, and Torkoal kind of slows that down, whereas, like, Ninetales can, if anything, speed that up and kind of make things go at a little bit quicker of a pace. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put it in C tier. I think Ninetales is just better. I'm sure Ninetales is going to be down here somewhere. It's just, like, not at the top for some reason. I don't know. Where do we have Ninetales? Did we already rank Ninetales? Am I blind? I might be blind. Because I want to make sure I don't say that it's better than Ninetales and then Ninetales is that. I don't know. I don't see Ninetales. Dude, where the fuck is Ninetales? Arcanine tier? Do they not have Ninetales on this tier list? What the hell? They don't even have a Alolan Ninetales. What is going on? You know what? Ninetales would be higher, but this tier list just said I hate Ninetales, actually. And so it's not there. I don't know. Very interesting. Okay. Next one is going to be Grumpig. Again, another just kind of like do-nothing Pokemon. I'm sorry. So if you guys don't remember how we're like doing these rankings, S tier is like, these are top of the metagame guys. A is like really, really... Oh, screen cuts off side of the tier list. Thank you. I'll fix it. I will fix it. Reesh. It's a little too small. Okay. Can I make this, like, not look terrible with getting the whole thing on the screen? Let's do this, and then maybe if I just, like, squish it. Control? Is that how you do it? Is it just control? No. Is it shift? Yeah. Here, we'll squish it a little bit. I got y'all. Alright, so the end of the tier list is Umbreon, like that line right there, so it should be good now. Okay, cool. We should be good. But yeah, the way we're doing the tiers is like, S is like, these are top of the metagame threats. A is like, these are incredible Pokemon that are drafted typically in like the 2 to 4 range, really good. B is like, these are great support piece Pokemons. They're like secondary offensive pieces. Not necessarily like, you know, top of metagame. C is going to be the Pokemon that have their role and definitely like are draftable in some way, shape, and form. Towards the top and towards the bottom are going to be kind of like stark differences, but not the end of the world. I'm going to move the Tauruses down, by the way. Unfortunately, they are just bad. D tier is Pokemon that like you can make work, but there are just better options nowadays. So there's not really much of a purpose. I think a big thing with like D tier is like, yeah, it's either there are better Pokemon that you can draft for the same role or they don't have a job. Right? Is kind of the idea. It's really frustrating how this isn't a normal distribution. Do you mean like how the mons are not like, you know, ordered correctly? Yeah, I just couldn't find one that was a little bit better organized. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. There are worse things in the world. And then F tier is like Pokemon that just like are not used or should not be drafted. I'll be honest. At least in the big 2-6, they should not be drafted unless you really like them. You know what I mean? Like unless you really like them. Next Cacturn, again, same thing. F tier. It technically could be like a low tier water immunity / like Spike Center. Oh, you're saying like, okay, sorry, I thought you meant like, you're like, it's annoyed how there's no Ninetales. Yeah, like how old Gen Mons just don't hold up. It's just, Pokemon is so aggressive in their power creep. Like from Gen 5 onwards, it's just been so aggressive. And there's definitely Pokemon that still hold the test of time, right? Like A and B has 5 Pokemon that you can draft. And like, I think Gen 9 was really tough, right? Because Rip the Hoe and Special, I know, a lot of do-nothing mixed attackers. If you look at C tier 2, a lot of these Pokemon, even just a few generations ago in draft, were really good. Like T-Tar's in C tier. That guy has 600 BST, man. Slowbro, Gen 8, literally last generation before 9, was incredible, right? And I still think Slowbro's really good with Tera. We talked about that last stream. But like, it's still really good with Tera, right? Donphan actually has gotten a lot better this generation. coat that Magneton is what? Ah, no, it is not good. Not a good Pokemon. Dude, Gengar in C tier, it's very sad. Gengar is like, I think 4th all time on my kill leaderboard. Because I've been playing draft, keep in mind, I'm not even an old head, but I've been playing draft since Gen 7. Like, since current Gen 7. I've been playing for like 8 fucking years. You know what I mean? And it is crazy to see the fall off of some of these Pokemon. It's very sad. It's very sad. Alright. Back into it. Oop, I almost missed my copy. Altaria, again, like, you could say, like, anti-weather with Cloud9. I don't know. I'm excited for Mega Altaria to come back. That guy's dope. It's also not going to be one of the better Megas, but it's, like, a usable Pokemon. Now, this is a Pokemon I will die for, though. Or I'll stand on business and I'll say it's, like, okay. It's going to be Big Zangoose. I think Big Zangoose is actually very, very fun. Dude, there are those matchups where, like, I forget what tournament I was playing. I was playing in a tournament recently, like, as in this generation, where I got to use, like, Tera Zangoose as my secondary Tera captain. Or it might have even been low tier, I don't know. But those Tera normal facades, plus, like, knock, quick attack, close combat, things like that, this Pokemon's impossible to switch into with Tera. It's literally impossible. Now, is it slow and is it frail? Is it mediocre speed-wise and is it frail? Yeah, a little bit. But if you can find the opportunity to get it in as, like, that low-tier breaker, it's incredibly strong. Even without Tera, it's incredibly, incredibly strong with Toxic Boost facades. Like, very, very powerful. I absolutely love Zangoose. I think it's a super fun, like, very, very budget pick. So we're gonna put it in high D tier. Put some respect on its name. Its friends to Viper is going into F tier though. Whiscash got some cool buffs this generation. In the sense of, like, it got double hazards, which is cool. But again, stat crept. Banette, same thing. Mega Banette will be cool next gen though. I think Mega Banette's actually gonna be a sleeper pick in draft. Like with strong Poltergeist and what did it get? I think it got oh my god, what? Skitter Smack. If they keep Skitter Smack to hit dark types as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think it's gonna be pretty strong. I think it's for sure gonna be pretty strong. Then we have big Mega Banette Prank Encore. Yeah. No, I think Banette's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be obviously it's a lower tier Mega, right? Do not get me wrong. That is a low tier Mega. It is a low tier Mega, but it's gonna be fun though. It's for sure gonna be fun. Especially if leagues do like mega budgets because there's so many megas now. I don't know. We'll see. I think that could be cool. Ooh. Okay. Next up we have oh, not Shove It. I'm not gonna slander Shove It for no reason. Tropius is gonna go in F tier. We're gonna zoom through the F tiers going forward, I think. Are the F tier mods listed in order? Not really. I'm putting the better ones towards the top right now. And then the rest of them kind of aren't. Maybe at the end we can go through and rank the F tier guys. I'm going to be honest. They're all very undraftable in my eyes. I think I have Primeape, Electrode, Raichu, and Mischievous as like the higher S tiers in my mind. But the rest of them, I'll be honest, aren't really ranked. We could totally do that. Pump Song goes in F immediately. That's not true. We'll get there eventually though. He's like 3 ranks away or 3 rows away, man. we gotta patience. Glalie, unfortunately, as well. Now, that's the ADP GOAT, but unfortunately, he is not built for these Gen 9 waters. However, now it's time for my favorite Pokemon, who's, of course, going in S tier. I'm just kidding. It's not going to go in S tier. I'm going to put it in A tier, though, because, again, it could be a little delusional, but I think there was, like, a period, like, I'd say, like, a year or two ago, where, like, Mets was, like, really drafted a lot with Tera, and I think it's really strong with Tera. Like, I genuinely think Salamence is really strong with Tera. There are just a lot of better options. I don't know. I actually still think it's totally worth drafting. Some of my best performances have been with Tera Mets. What's the point value for Altaria typically? I've seen it perform solidly in the 2 to 4 point Nat-Dex mod. Really? 2 points here. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I've seen it perform. I don't know if I've ever seen Altaria get drafted. And I'm just looking at DWL right now. And it wasn't drafted in any of the 3 pools, obviously. Yeah, I'm not big on Altaria. Altaria is just kind of a do-nothing guy. First Champions Ubers, and Owen needs to grab Megaments. Oh, you know I'm grabbing me some Megaments in Champions. Are you kidding me? In my first Ubers League. I love Ments. It's obviously my favorite Pokemon, but I do think it's incredibly strong. I think it's a very versatile Tera Captain, right? Whether it be like super fat, like special sets or Dragon Tail sets, spec sets, band sets, DD sets obviously are going to kind of be your bread and butter though. It's such an incredible Pokemon Tera. I love me some Ments. So we're going to put it in A tier. I think it is definitely worth drafting as a Tera Captain. Like 100% worth drafting as a Tera Captain. I don't like how it jumps from Ments to like Staraptor. It's like all the legends are at the end of the deck. So this is honestly going to be a very thin list until we get to the end, it looks like. Because a lot of the legends and big base central guys are kind of held towards the bottom. I do see our first S tier coming up soon, though. All right, next is going to be Staraptor. Again, another Pokemon that, like, could be cool in Champions with, like, Mega Raptor is going to be really strong. But right now, just regular Staraptor, it's just outclassing everything it does, right? Like, if you're going to get, like, that Fly Spam Scarfer, there's probably better options. It kind of knocks itself out. It isn't worth the hassle of removing for it. And it kind of KOs itself immediately. So, yeah, a theoretically draftable Pokemon. But I don't think it's quite worth it. Me, personally. Okay, next up. All right, we're going to zoom through these F tiers, guys. Sorry, Delala Whoop. He's going to go an F. Big Luxray, also an F. Fun fact, my first ever draft league, I thought Luxray was broken because it was like the first Pokemon to get a kill in a match for me. So I was like, dude, Guts Facade? Beast. Like, this guy's raw. It was not raw. I went like 3-7 in my first draft league. Alright. Keep on, this a while ago. We've learned. But yeah, obviously it's gonna go down there. Vespiquen as well. There it goes. I think that Floatzel is a little bit more interesting just because, like, it is really strong in the rain. I am trying to, with, like, D upwards to, like, actually, like, rank them in order. I think Floatzel is, like, an interesting idea with rain specifically. If you can get rain and, like, have a low-tier Tera option of, like, Tera Water Floatzel, it's very strong, right? Like, it's very strong. But there's so many better options if you're going to do that, right? Between, like, Scuda and especially Legion. Like, you should never draft it, but, like, if you're playing a Wi-Fi league and you really want to use Tera Floatzel, it's definitely a draftable Pokemon, right? It's just there's better options, unless you really like Floatzel, you know? So, yeah. Next up, Pachirisu, also going to go in F tier. Toss Sparks, also going to go in F tier, unfortunately. Gastro, I think Gastro is definitely a little bit more draftable. I'm going to say Gastro is also going to sit kind of in D tier. Man, I'm a hater, dude. I, like, hate every Pokemon. We might have to adjust the rankings, I'll be honest. Because I'm just hating every Pokemon. I know Kaz recently drafted this in Spring Seasonal. And I think it's interesting because it's double ground. He has, like, Iron Shards as well. Because Spring Seasonal is allowing Tera Alecki. And I think in that context, it actually is very smart. Because, like, if you have it with another ground, you force the Alecki into an awkward Tera typing. But I think that's more on Alecki being broken. And shouldn't be allowed. Opposed to, like, the fact that it's forcing, like, double ground. Like, I don't know. And already a very, like, restrictive drafting metagame. So, I don't know. Very interesting. That's a topic for another day, though. Drifblim, I think Drifblim is also, like, worth drafting as, like, one of those, like, low-tier spin block kind of guys. I've seen it do a lot of work. I've seen, like, really cool mirror herb techs. I think it's a good spin blocker. Good fighting check. It's going to go in, like, the bottom of C, I think I'm fine with. I think it's, like, it has a very clear defined niche. Even if it's not the best at that job, there's not that many Pokemon that can do that job, and everybody wants that job, I guess is, like, how I'm going to say it. Maybe it's high D. I'm not sure. Miss Magius is definitely going to be a little bit higher in that regard, though, actually. We're going to put it, like, right behind Gengar. I think, like, it even offers a little bit more value than Gengar because it is so cheap and can, like, function very similarly. Just obviously a much weaker version of it. But definitely not bad at all. I think mid C is totally valid for this guy. With how cheap it is and, like, what it can do for a team. So, yeah. Big Honchkrow. I'm the head Honchkrow. Unfortunately, a very bad mon. It's going to go in F tier. Again, it's not the worst Pokemon in the decks. Like, I only have it there because it's next, but just kind of beyond the point where Honchkrow can really do any work. I don't know. Maybe it's, like, theoretically draftable because it's strong, dark type, sucker punch. You know what? We'll put it, like, the bottom of D. You know what? We'll put it the bottom of D because I think Dark Spam is so strong this generation that you can, like, theoretically justify it. I think you can theoretically justify it. You know? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, next is going to be Skuntank. Skuntank, same thing, is going to go, like, low D tier. Probably better than Honchkrow, to be fair. But, like, got Knock, got Sucker. Good mixed capabilities. The typing is obviously very strong, too, so. Yeah, we'll put it down there. Next up is going to be Bronzong. And Bronzong is good at what it does. Unfortunately, Dashing is, like, not going to be happy with me. But Bronzong is good at what it does in, like, checking fairies and, you know, being a general nuisance. Getting up rocks and being a good ground immunity, things like that. Obviously, very exploitable Pokemon potentially, but I do think it's solid enough. I do think it's strong and solid enough. Who just pinged me? Oh, I should be free in an hour or two. Bet. Oop. We got like an hour or two to finish up stream because I gotta play my ORS game. Alright. Next up, where are we at? We got Spirit Tomb. Spirit Tomb also is again gonna be... Okay, I think this is what's gonna bring this down to D tier for me. We'll put it at the top of D tier, but like Spirit Tomb is just a clearly better version for I would say, yeah, Spirit Tomb is just going to be kind of like what I said Driftbloom was, but a little bit better. Obviously not like the same immunities and ground, but really, really good defensive typing, good fighting check as well. Like not a lot of fightings really want to break through this thing. Only one weakness. So it's always going to spin block for you if you need it. Like it's always going to spin block for you if you need it. It's a little bit tougher in a Tusk, like because you switch on like play rough or like headlong in a play rough. I think you just die. But otherwise, it's pretty strong in that regard. It's pretty strong in that regard. It also forces Terapagos in a really, really awkward like coverage slots and things like that. Because you like low-key need Gleam to break through Spirit Tomb. At least efficiently. And if you want to spin. So it kind of like prevents it from spinning in general. Alright, we got our first S tier. It's Big Chomp. There it is. I mean, like, I'm sure we all expected this at a certain point, right? Like, we had to get to an S tier, and unfortunately it took us 4 generations because that's how much power creep has come. And four of our 4 top Pokemon, 3 dragons and a steel, which is very funny as well. Like, Pokemon doesn't actually ever change. Chomp is incredible though, whether it be as like as that win con, whether it be as that Scarf or that Breaker, or just like as that great hazard setter. Chomp is an incredible Pokemon. I think it's definitely deserving of an S tier slot. For sure. Regular Lucario, I think this is definitely like, you can say this is like low C. Like you can definitely like pull out some like Terra normal E-speed shenanigans, right? Like you can definitely put in a little bit of work with Luke, but there's always going to be better options. I think it's definitely a stronger Tera captain than the guys that are down here though, so I think at least giving it its flowers and in C tier is probably fair, right? Probably fair. Next up is Big Hippo, and unfortunately Hippo is kind of, he's seen better days as well. We're gonna go ahead and put this guy in D tier. There is a Hippo drafted in TGS right now though, which is very funny. I think it's in, which pool is it in? I think it's Zooch. I know Zooch has it, but I don't remember what pool Zooch is in. Yeah, he has it right here alongside, no, is it Zooch? It's not Zooch, it's someone. Dude, who has Hippo? It's JCM Shadow. It's not Zooch. Okay, yeah. JCM Shadow, he has like Tera Drill, Tera Chiyu, and Hippowdon. Spoilers for these games, once we eventually like do watch-throughs for these games specifically. JCM brought like an eject button Hippowdon to get in his drill, to actually use the sand, which is like kind of like the main issue with Hippo, right? It's like, it's a sand center that can't really like find opportunities to get you into your drill, because typically the Pokemon that beat drill super beat Hippowdon, so they come in on it, and it's like, how do I get in my extra drill? So obviously that's a little bit tough, but not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. But yeah. Okay. After Hippowdon, what do we got? What do we got? Toxicroak. I've seen so much work from Toxicroak this gen. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy in B tier. I think it would be, or C tier, as like a low tier option. I think maybe it's just like an L5 thing, and that's my bestie. But this marker drafts this guy all the time as like low tier water immunity, solid defensive typing, really annoying Pokemon, and like as a low tier Tera option. I've seen Toxicroak put in a ton of work over the last like year. In the team they had it on DCL, and then we had it on a team in DWL as well. Very, very pleasantly surprised with how annoying this Pokemon can be. There was a couple mocks this season where I got absolutely smoked by a Tera Toxicroak. Thankfully it wasn't in my own games, but there was a couple mocks this season where I was like, whoa, that's bad. F tier Lumineon, put you at the bottom where you deserve to be. Obviously it's just a not good Pokemon, doesn't do anything. Just a big nothing burger guy. Then we have Abomasnow. I think Abomasnow is another very interesting idea. We're going to go ahead and put this guy in C tier, right? I've seen a lot of Abomasnow, like low tier Tera Abomasnow, just like kind of the Veil option. It's really good into waters and can kind of find opportunities to get a Veil, which is really powerful in this generation, I think. Like having screens, like both screens on one turn is really powerful. You see a lot of screens offense in general, and it's a pretty good cheap facilitator of like that type of playstyle. So yeah. Oh man, we finally got a good Pokemon, baby. We finally got a good Pokemon. It's gonna be big Weavile. Weavile's gonna go up here at A tier, probably above D-Knight. The people who said Weavile was bad this gen, I want their names. I want their names. I need to talk to them because it's just not. It's just not. Obviously, like the beginning, you could say that, right? It lost Axel. I think it lost Nock for a little bit too, which was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. But since it got those back, he's still doing the same shit, man. He's still clicking Bandit, Nock, and Axel and Shard, and there's nothing your team can do to switch into it. There's nothing your team can do to switch into it. Obviously, like, POW existed for a little bit, maybe. So people were like, POW is better. Well, yeah, no shit. Like, of course it was. But Weavile, still pretty good, guys. I'm going to be honest. I think that guy's quite strong. He's going to go in A tier. I don't remember who it was, but there was a lot of people. Some of you, maybe, even, who were saying Weavile was washed and flipping burgers and etc. You're eating your words now. And probably a triple axle to the face. You know, probably. All right. We're going to rapid fire through some of these because a lot of these upcoming Pokemon are... Okay. Again, we're going to rapid fire through the terrible ones. And we're going to keep it going with like the usable ones. Okay. And we'll explain the usable ones. Magnezone is obviously a much better Magneton because it can like trap things a little better with its bulk. And I don't know. It's still really bad. There's no reason to draft Magneton in the big 25. I'm going to be honest. I actually can't think of a steel type that you really want to trap. I genuinely can't think of one. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know, but I genuinely cannot think of one. I don't know. Leafeon, I will give Leafeon D tier because it's like a super cheap, like fighting or like not fighting ground resist. It's actually quite okay. I drafted that guy in One Last Ride as like my Tusk counter, and I played 2 Tusk Sun teams, and it was like Thanos in both of those games. I brought Leafeon 3 times. I brought it to finals in OLR actually because it was also my Ogre Ponchex. It's like also like a decent water resist for like the Ogre like Wellspring matchup specifically. Yeah, man, I was very pleasantly surprised with how well Leafeon did. In its very like microwave, like this is your role, do it well kind of thing. But Corvus from Shell because it doesn't give a fuck about it. Exactly, that's what I mean. So like, what else? Skarm isn't drafted anymore. There's no Steela. Like, who cares? You know, it doesn't do anything. Glaceon, unfortunately, is going to go in D tier, though. Does not do anything. Very bad Pokemon. Gallade, we'll give you as, like, a low tier, like, silly breaker. It's definitely better than, like, the Tauros farms. I'm sorry, I think the Tauros farms need to move down. Every time I look at them, I'm like, wow, what are these guys doing up here? Like, genuinely, what are these guys doing up here? They're not C tier Pokemon. They are not. I don't know why I put them there initially. They are not good. They are definitely going down. But yeah, I think Gallade, like, strong breaker, right? Like, slow. But decent on the spread out side. It's like a demon in low tier. It's like the greatest Pokemon of all time in low tier. I would LTM with that guy in low tier. But other than that, meh. Alright. Rotom tier list. It's a tier list within the tier list, guys. Unfortunately, I think there are only 2 good Rotom forms this gen. Only 2. One of them is actually going to go all the way up in B. Because I think the value, again, much like this guy, I'm actually going to kind of go like this. I think the value that Rotom Spook provides as that low tier spin blocker and that Volt Switch grabber and things like that is like immense. It's such an incredible Pokemon. Absolutely love Rotom. Rotom Heat is a really bad Pokemon. It's a really, really bad Pokemon. This guy's going to go in D tier as well. Rotom Wash, I think we can justify putting in B. It's still like a very incredible like pivot guy. It's going to go a little bit higher. I still think it's a very incredible pivot guy, just vaulting for free forever, getting in your big threats, things like that. Such a good defensive typing too, and water plus electric. So with the ground immunity, obviously, and levitate, makes it really, really solid. So I think that's the guy who kind of holds the test of time and is still very good at his job. Like, is still very good at his job. But the other ones, I can't say it. I'm sorry. Rotom Frost going in F tier. Rotom Fan is also going in F tier. It's just happening. Oh, I skipped Frost last. I'll go over that in a second. And then I think Rotom Mo can go in D tier. I actually don't hate Rotom Mo. I drafted it a lot early gen, and I think that was wrong of me. I shouldn't have done that, and I'm sorry, but I did, and it did decently enough at certain points. So I think it's okay. All right, next Frostlass. Then we go on to Gen 5 already. Jesus. I think Frostlass is definitely like another C tier guy. Can set up spikes and spin block for itself. Again, it's just like so frail. That it's kind of hard to like position and get in those spikes outside of on lead. And if your opponent doesn't have a plan for hazards on lead, you're probably fine anyways. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably fine anyways, at least I want to say. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put that guy in D tier. I don't think it's great. Then we have Lilligant. In the sun, stoned like a Lilligant. Oh, text message. Nice. Okay, sorry. Lilligant also is probably just going to go in F. Like, there's like a universe where like you could just fight again like Quiver plus like Tera Blast sets. I think are like fine. But there are just better options. There just are. Basculin's gonna go down here in F tier. And we can make an argument for like the Last Respects one, but this isn't even the Last Respects one. Now it's time for my GOAT. Oh my god, my GOAT. The greatest Pokemon of all time. Crocodile, for the value that this guy offers, for how cheap he is. Oh my god, I love me some Crook. Rock Knocks EQ, you're good. That's all. You could go in there with 3 moves and you're gonna get great value, right? Whether it be like fat rocking sets like I'm mentioning, or like Scarf, or anything like that. Even like bulk up variants, incredibly powerful. Like very, very strong. Absolutely love Crook. One of my favorite support pieces, like, in the game. Alright. Next, we have Zork. We'll put Zork in D tier. This is a Hisuian Zork. Hisuian Zork is going to go in S tier because it's 6-0 and so on like lead in DWL. But this guy is like a very much so worse version of the Hisui form because it is like kind of hard to pull off the disguise without many like meaningful immunities. Yeah, not the strongest Pokemon in the world, unfortunately. I think D tier is fine. We're going to move it up a little bit, probably. It's definitely better than like these guys, right? Yeah, like surely better than these guys. We'll put it right here. I think that's totally fine. Okay. Alright, next up we have Big Goth. I think Goth can probably go in C. Again, a very like hyper-specific Pokemon, right? Like, it needs like a very specific type of team to function, but I think Tera Goth is actually quite strong. I think it was Nosramat used a Tera Goth to tell team in DFL when I was on his team, and he did really well with it. And I think like in that function of like if you can like really like draft a team that super appreciates its big checks being countered, and you can set up like consistent lines to get in your Tera Goth deal to eliminate those targets, you're gonna have a good time. I think the big thing with Goth, right, is like don't try and like it doesn't need to win on its own very often. It just needs to take out the threat, right, or take out the mons stopping your win, and you're good from there. So yeah, I'm here for it. Sawsbuck gonna go in F tier. Among Us! Oh, dude, I'm using this guy in Oras Cup, and he's the GOAT, dude. He's so cheap, but he's so beast mode. But they should. Okay, so if this is Smog Draft, where they have unjustly gotten rid of his Spore for no reason, this guy's like an F tier Pokemon. I'm gonna put him in like low C otherwise, though, right? Like it's still like bulky regen, pivot, can sleep stuff. Very annoying Pokemon, hard to kill. Maybe it's a recency bias because I'm using this guy to Oras right now, and I love that guy. He's sick. But yeah, man, I don't know. I love me some Among Us. All right, next we got, dude, regen to regen. We got Aloe, and I think I'd be remiss to put Aloe in anything other than A tier right now. I think this Pokemon's so powerful in this generation. Like those Aloe comps are very boring. Like your like Raging Bolt, Iron Treads, Aloe cores, or like even like the same thing with like Zarude tacked on as the Tera guy instead with Aloe. This Pokemon is so oppressive feeling sometimes. It's so hard to make progress against a good Aloe team, right? If you can cover Aloe's weaknesses, oh my goodness. I used to be a big Aloe hater too. So this is coming from someone who's seen the light. I drafted like an Aloe team in OLR. It was like Bolt Treads plus Aloe, and then my speed was Gren. Dude, that team? Really? That team just built itself every week. It was absolutely insane. So like the value that Aloe offers, oh my goodness. That guy's the GOAT. That guy's the GOAT. Okay. On to the next. Where are we at? We have Electros. I think Electros is probably fine in like probably high D. I think high D is fine. I like it more than Rotom Heat. He has kind of just been stat crept, right? Like he's kind of just been stat crept at this point. But I think that's fine. I think that's fine. It's still like an okay flying resist. It's not like a great torn check by any means, because like you get your AV knocked and then like you just don't take the hurricanes anymore or the bleaks anymore or anything like that. I'm gonna say res now. Alright, sorry. Got a text message. By the way, we have 11 viewers, only 3 likes. I'd really appreciate if you guys just went down there and hit that button. It really does make a big difference for me. It really does make a big difference. It helps me out a ton. I'd super appreciate it. Alright. Cool. Next up, we have Big Haxorus. Another really fun Pokemon, but I think it just like has to go in D tier. There's just better options, right? You can draft a Haxorus and be like Tera Haxorus. Unless you have like Glazing Aloe in 2026. But if you don't, dude, I never hated Aloe. I never hated Aloe. There was this giant bit in one of the what do you call it? There's this big bit in one of the fucking summer scrambles that Aloe should be in 14 points. I'm glazing Aloe for its value as a 10-point Pokemon. That's what his value is. Look at him. That's where he is. He's good. He's great. I love Aloe's great. Motherfuckers were yelling at me because I didn't have it in 14 at that time. No, but it's fun to pretend. No, it's not. Not at my expense. Oh my gosh. What's up, Gabe? How's it going, bro? Yeah, dude. I love me some Aloe. Not that good though. All right. We got some stinkers upcoming, unfortunately, gentlemen. We got some stinkers upcoming. Beartic, bad. Cryogonal, bad. Don't let anybody fool you with the Tera Cryogonal can have no weaknesses. It's really bad. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have no weaknesses if you die to every attack ever and don't do damage. It's very bad. I think Cryogonal is terrible. Don't draft him, in my opinion. Please, in fact. I think D tier, what do you call it? Bisharp is fair. I think if this guy got like Knock, he'd be a lot better. But like losing Knock was so bad. Clicking Night Slash feels awful. Clicking Night Slash feels genuinely terrible. So yeah, he's gonna go down a little bit. He's gonna go down a little bit. Next up, we have the Braviary twins. I think they're both fine. Probably in like C tier. I've seen Braviary actually put in a little bit of work recently with like a low tier Tera. Same thing with Hisui and Braviary. I think that guy's a demon in low tier. But I don't think that's enough to put them in like, yeah, I don't think that's enough to put them higher than like a Staraptor though, right? Like they're definitely worse than that Pokemon. Yeah, they're gonna go, I can't rank Pokemon based on how good they are in a format where bad Pokemon are not allowed. Just for you try to, no, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, it's a good Tera Cap. So, like, the idea, though, or, like, the only issue with, like, these guys as Tera Captains is, like, they're actually both good Tera Captains. But I promise you, there's going to be way better Pokemon with the same typing that are above it, right? So, like, is there a reason to ever Tera them? Probably not. No, Cryo is poop, but Cryo is poop. I'm telling you guys. Cryo is so bad. Cryo is so bad. If Freeze-Dry doesn't matter, if you, like, still kind of lose to half the waters anyway. Dude, I remember one time I had Cryo, and I was like, yes, finally, a bundle check. And then I checked the flip turn calc, and I took 30% from flip turn from bundle. Dude, like, that shit was so bad. Ross Breath, just click Ice Beam. They're the same power, unless something's Calm Minding in your face. I'm a big Cryogonal hater. Oh, I forgot to put Gothorita here. That guy's draftable. No, we'll put it in, like, the bottom of D. I am. Yeah, there's always a lot of, like, Cryo Glaze. And I hate that Pokemon. I think he's so bad. I hate that guy. Alright, next up is Hydreigon. We finally have another B-tier Pokemon, baby. Let's go. A little B-tier action. I've seen a lot of Tera Hydreigon do, like, a lot of work lately. And I think it's a really cool option with how cheap it is now. It's definitely very much worthwhile picking it up again. I recommend you guys try it out if you haven't in recent times. Oh, we're about to have so many good Pokemon soon. I promise, guys, we're almost through the shitters. We're already in Gen 6. A lot of the Gen 9 guys are broken, and then for some reason, like, all the Legends are down here. Don't know why, but, like, all of them are down there. Or a lot of them. I don't know. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? We are currently... Oh, we got big Volk. Volk is like, okay. I'm going to give Volk a C tier. I'm going to give Volk like a top of C tier. I think like at the price point it's at now, it can be a little bit more worth drafting. Obviously with Tera, that guy is super broken. So we're not talking about it in that context, just so everybody knows. But without it, I think it's a little bit tougher to kind of get Volk going. There's always like 1 or 2 just hard stops in a matchup. But if you can facilitate a Volk endgame well, it's not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? I think we're officially in Gen 6. We have Pyroar first. That guy's terrible. We have Weavile next, who is also terrible. But if we're giving shoutouts to Quiver Dance Sweepers in F tier, this guy's going up a little bit. That's my LTM GOAT. I had this guy in low tier as like a secondary hero captain with Gallade. And I brought it like 4 times with Tera. And it was really strong in a lot of them. I brought Scarf in finals, I think. Which was really cool, and it like went crazy. I brought Scarf Tera flying because Kurt had no flying resist. That was beast mode. So Weavile is a champion. Weavile is a champion this gen. So it's just got to get its flowers instead of the top of F tier. Dragalge is going to be next. I think Dragalge in a low C is totally fine. It's like a pivot. I'm really hoping Mega Dragalge gets regen, guys. I really, really hope it does. I think that'd be absolutely awesome. Be a really, really strong Pokemon if it does. Mega Dragalge will be incredible. Florges is a Pokemon that is actually recently I've been kind of put onto. And I think this Pokemon's actually really solid in this generation. I think it's actually really, really solid. For it's, again, super, super cheap. We have... I keep opening that one. It's pissing me off. We have a Florges on one of our teams. And it's actually for 4 points. Okay, B tier might be crazy glaze. But C tier... Honestly, like, as, like, a special wall, this thing is really, really obnoxious for teams. And Calm Mind just brute forces his way through a lot of matchups. We've had it. I didn't use it last week on my team, but I think I used the team that had it in general. It was actually really solid. It was a really, really obnoxious Pokemon for my opponent to beat on paper. So, I'm here for it. I like that guy. Talonflame. Talonflame deserves some kind of flowers just because, like, it is, like, fast. Right, it's fast as balls, and sometimes you need that speed, and Talonflame's that option. It's also a good fairy resist, so you know, but it's okay. I'm here for Talonflame, big T flame. All right, back to some shitters. Go-Goat F tier, that guy's terrible. Avalugg F tier, that guy's terrible. I'm not even gonna like try and rank it where it should be. It's not the worst Pokemon in F tier, but it's terrible for sure. Bad. Next up, Clawitzer. Terrible. Oh my gosh. I feel like such a hater. But like these Pokemon just don't feel draftable to me. They really don't feel draftable to me. Next up is Klefki. I'm a big Klefki glazer personally. And I'm going to put this guy in B tier. I absolutely love Klefki. I think I am in the minority on this though. The Spike's like T-Wave support is so strong in SV. Like having that emergency button of like, oh no, don't lose with either a screen or a T-Wave is really, really comforting for me in SV. Because you do just be losing if you don't position well sometimes. Next up is Hawlucha. I think Hawlucha definitely is another like C tier Pokemon. And especially like speed wise, I think it's actually a pretty cool option. Faster than everything. Like not even like the setup on burden sets, like more so like the U-turning Encore sets or like Defog and things like that. It's actually quite strong. It's actually quite strong. I'm here for it. Okay. Then what do we have? Oh, I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. There we go. Noivern is another Pokemon like this is like the holy Kalos trinity of like, oh shit, I forgot to draft top tier speed, so I really need one of these guys. And Noivern is actually a pretty good option for that. So it'll go up there in C tier. It'll go up there in C tier for sure. Okay. Where we at? Alright, we got Big Goodra and Hisui Goo. Unfortunately, I think both of these Pokemon are just going to go in D tier. Like they're just do nothing guys. They're nothing burger Pokemon. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater, but they are just nothing burger Pokemon to me. What is the job that either of these guys ever like accomplishes in a matchup other than like sit there and maybe do a little bit of damage? I don't know. I think like now like SV draft has become like so in draft in general like at a higher level has become like so optimized. Like drafting Pokemon who are just like good but don't do something specifically. This isn't smart. So yeah, it's gonna fall a little bit. All right, we got Sylveon next. And Sylveon is going to go probably in C tier as well. I think this guy's just kind of been like outstatted throughout the gen, but it's still good, right? Again, Special Wall, Hyper Voice is strong, Wish Passer, things like that. It's good for like slower paced games, which don't happen super often, but definitely not a bad Pokemon. So I'll go there and see. Pex, big Pex. Pex goes up in B tier. I think Pex still deserves his spot in the sun. It's a lot cheaper now, and like losing Scald was definitely like, very, very unfortunate for it. But it still does its same job, like being like the ultimate regen pivot, like being very, very annoying and fat. You still see it drafted very consistently, and you still see it do work. Obviously, it's a Pokemon you have to be careful with, as it will be taken advantage of otherwise. But if you can do so, you're going to find yourself in a pretty good spot. So, yeah. Next up, Salazzle. Again, like technical speed, right? But not great. I'm going to put it right here in the middle of C tier. And then what do we have? Oranguru. Very, very bad Pokemon. Komala. F tier, unless your league is allowing Spectrier for some reason. Then he's A tier. He's getting drafted. That guy and Munchlax are like Komala syndrome. Like they're always drafted when, or Spectrier syndrome. When that guy's allowed, those two are always drafted. Like, without a doubt, every single time. It's very funny. Ugh. Let me know if the stream is like very laggy for you guys too, because it says poor connection. Just want to make sure it's not like unwatchable for you. If it's not great, it's not great. Nothing I can do about it. But as long as it's not like completely unwatchable, then it's fine. Okay. Next up. We got Serena. A lot of people hate Serena. I think this Pokemon's good. Like, I genuinely think it's a good Pokemon. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in like the middle C as a spinner. Spectre is not a fraud in that deck. Spectre can't be a fraud anywhere. It literally can't be. It is fundamentally a broken and poorly balanced Pokemon. It cannot be a fraud. It cannot. I promise. It is super broken. It's like fundamentally so broken. Okay. So there's that guy. Serena. I think Serena is like decently strong offensively too, is a big thing. Pissimian's also gonna go in F tier. Why would you draft Pissimian when you can draft like any other fighting type ever? You know? Mimikyu I think definitely has its use cases. We're gonna put that guy in C tier as well. Palossand. Probably D. I think it's a little bit better than these like mid-tier, like, or these like low-tier grounds, just because of the ghost typing, but still kind of underwhelming Pokemon in general. Okay, what do we got next? The Oricoreos. Which one do we want to rank? All right, which one do we rank? We'll skip this. Let's make a little poll. Let's make a poll. Which Ori do we rank? It's gonna count for all of them, but which one goes on the tier list? Which Ori? Ghost, Fire, Psychic, Electric. I know my favorite, but I need to know your guys' favorite Oricorio. Alright? I know your guys' favorite Oricorio. Go ahead and drop a vote. We'll go to the next Pokemon in the meantime, which is terrible. It's gonna be Gumshoes. Down in F tier it goes. Then we have triple Lycanroc. Two of them are going down in F. But Lycanroc Dusk is just so much better. I think it deserves a low B tier. Like as a fun like low tier offensive or like mid tier offensive option. It's actually incredibly strong. Like Assault Rock is such a strong move to have for priority as well alongside Tough Claws. I think it deserves like a low B tier slot. I really do. I think it can be cool on the right team. I think it for sure can be. Okay. What we got next? How are we looking? Okay, I will say you guys are at least like picking the correct two options in Electric and Ghost. I won't tell you which one's my favorite, but you're at least picking the correct option. You are picking the correct option. Okay. Next up, Big Muds. Big Muds. I don't hate Muds. I think Muds is definitely like much better than these Pokemon. I think like bottom of C tier is totally fine. Like very serviceable bulky ground. Very serviceable bulky ground. 5 votes. Next vote will decide it. If Ghost gets another vote, oh, it's tied. It's tied. Oh, and then Electric goes back. You gotta pick. You can't keep going back. You gotta pick which one. You gotta pick. All right, 50-50. We got 6 votes. One more vote will decide it. One more vote. This is gonna be very anticlimactic for me to just rank an Oricorio because they're not that good. All right, we got Bruxish F, Crabominable F. Sorry, Nexus. Andel. We need one more vote. I know what to use Lurkin. Break the tie. One more vote that's not Fire and Psychic. One more vote. Break the tie. I know today's Dusk Without Tough Claws. Yeah, but that's like a big difference, right? It's a big difference. And like, why would I ever draft midday? You know, I'll give midday low D tier. But why would I ever draft midday when Dusk exists? And Dusk typically isn't drafted very often. You know what I mean? Oh, we have a winner. We have a winner, Ghost. The correct answer was Electric, by the way. Electric is definitely way cooler. This guy's gonna go in like low D tier as well. With Tera, it's actually kind of cool. Draft league player. Yeah, this guy's alright. He's pretty good. I'm gonna put him in D tier. He fucking sucks. Alright. Lorantis, F tier. Man, a lot of these Gen 7 and 8 guys are gonna be really bad. It's actually very funny how bad some of these two decks are. Dreadnought, F tier. Very bad. Greedent, F tier. Very bad. Sorry, Nexus again. Barraskewda? Dude, the Barraskewda theory is still alive and well. I think this Pokemon could be strong. It just needs to be explored with Rain. Dude, this guy with Tera has to be powerful. It's so fast, and with Rain, it's so strong. It just somebody has to take the lead. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. It won't be me, because I'm not playing any more SV Draft. But somebody's got to take the lead. Somebody's got to do it. I believe in you, dear viewer. Use that guy. And next up is Corvi. I think Corvi definitely deserves an A tier slot as well. It's just such an incredible pivot. I'm not a big Corviknight guy. Like, if I'm, like, personal bias. Lord, give all the sanity for crime. Multiplying in a million, give it to Corvi. I'm not a Corvi guy either. I do not draft Corviknight. I don't play well with the Pokemon. But, like, objectively, it is a very good Pokemon. Objectively, it does what it's supposed to, and it does it very, very well. It just does, unfortunately. I hate to admit it, but it does. Next up is Toxtricity. We thought this guy was going to be cool with Tera. And he, like, kind of is. But, like, he's also just bad. You know what I mean? Like, Tera definitely made him better. But he is just bad. Failings. Oh, that's Hatterene. I didn't mean to grab Hatterene, but we're going to grab Hatterene right now. And we're going to put it in, like... I think top of C is totally valid. You see a lot of Hatterene builds. Like Hatterene Tinglu is a very common core for a little bit. Are you going to be playing that decks or champions? Yeah, for sure. I mean, like... I'll play, so right now, my draft plans, I'm currently in, like, DWO. We're in playoffs right now. I'm not playing this week, so I have a little more time to stream. But, like, obviously, if hopefully we win, and we have finals next week. If I play for that, then I play, and that'll be, like, all-consuming for me next week, because winning in finals would be very, very pog. I am in ORAS Cup. I play that. Once I get off stream, I'm going to play Rye for top 8 in ORAS Cup. I'm in low tier right now. Like the low tier tournament, I made it past brackets at 2-1. I'm in Emerald Open, which I made it past that too. So I'm in a lot of draft stuff. I'm just not starting any new SV specific stuff right now is my thing. Because Champions comes out in like potentially a couple weeks, right? In April. And that's going to take up like a majority of my time. Like I'm going to be doing Wi-Fi battles. I'm going to be obviously playing draft on Champions and things like that. So I'm just not super interested in playing SV right now because like SV's over in my mind, right? Like Champions is coming out. So we'll be playing lots of draft. Don't you worry. This is kind of like our definitive like send off to SV. Like this is the tier list to send them off. But yeah. Okay, where are we at? Phalanx, yeah, very bad, unfortunately. We're gonna do a lot of scrolling now, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, down that guy goes. Who else is terrible? Big Raj, not very good. Big Cole, not very good, unfortunately. Big Sandaconda. Maybe bottom of D. Like, Glare is strong, right? Glare rocks. Not the end of the world, right? But not strong. Not a good Pokemon. And D, the same thing. We'll give it D just for like, the utility of, like, Psychic Terrain, but beyond that, not a good Pokemon in singles in my mind. You could have to do some gimmicky stuff with it, though. You can make it work. Berserker, same thing, like, it's, like, decently strong, right, with, like, Tough Claws and things like that, and I got Rocks, which is cool, but, yeah, I'm not gonna be super pressed on it. Okay, and then we have, where are we at? That's the annoying thing, is, like, scrolling through and looking at all these Pokemon, finding where I'm at again. Frostmoth, same thing, like, again, low-tier Tera, or, like, Tera Quiver user, but, like, It's definitely not good, right? Where's Venomoth? Where did I put Venomoth? Venomoth's in D tier? I'm way too nice, man. I thought I was being mean with this list. I'm not gonna lie, some of these guys are genuinely terrible. Grimmsnarl is a Pokemon I definitely think has some value. I think putting Grimmsnarl in C tier is totally fine. Just because of the fact of, like, the screens option is, like, really nice. Like, having dual screens, like, at the drop of a hat is cool. Alongside Parting Shot. So, yeah, Grimmsnarl deserves a spot in B, I think. For sure deserves a spot in B. Okay. We're moving right now. Flapple is going to go in F tier. I'm going to give Big Appleton D tier, though. I think it's like a low tier ground. Yeah, Frostlass is so slow. You can get out B+2 and still get a run die. Yeah, it's a really bad Pokemon. Frostlass is really bad. Or Frostmoth is really bad. Stuff, dude, they didn't even give that guy Roost. If they gave it Roost like that on top of its, like, fucking broken ability, it would have been pretty good. But, like, why doesn't it have Roost? Give it Roost and Earth Power so it can be usable. I feel like they, like, wanted that guy to be, like, opposite Volcarona, but it's just, like, so bad. Like, so much worse. Both you guys is also going to go in, like, low D tier, I think. Yeah, I think this guy's totally fine to be in, like, a low D tier. Better Shell Smash Sweeper than Cloyster, so it'll go ahead of Cloyster, but still, like, be careful. You might just lose if you click that button. Stonejourner, also going to go in F tier. I love that guy. He's terrible. Same thing. Sorry, Amel. Ice Cube's also going down there. I'm not going to rank Dragon Ball. Your league should not allow Dragon Ball. I always have to do this public service announcement every time I do one of these tier lists, but it should not be allowed. And I don't care what you say. It should not be allowed. What's up, Kaz? How's it going, bro? How you doing? You got here right in time for me to say I'm not ranking Dragon Ball because it shouldn't be allowed. And so he's going to hang out and he's going to be the daycare babysitter and watch all of these guys. Can we put Pult and S for the legacy? No, because I'm going to take it. I'll put it there for 3 seconds. But I'm taking a screenshot and posting this on Twitter after. And I don't want people to make fun of me because I have Pult on a serious SV tier list. When this guy has not been allowed since like the first week. There you go. 3, 2, 1. All right, he's gone. He'll go at the top of the not ranked Pokemon. There you go. There you go. All right, we finally have our second S tier Pokemon. Yeah, Pursuit's allowed. I could totally see it being different. But this is like SV. We finally have our second S tier. It's going to be Big Meow. There is murmurs and thoughts and opinions of people that this is actually the best Pokemon in SV draft. I've been seeing a lot of 1-1 Meowscaradas lately, and I can't say I disagree. I really can't. Like, I could totally understand getting this over like Val. This Pokemon's absolutely incredible. It's so fast. It's so strong. It's got broken coverage. So much util. I mean, such a good Pokemon. There's no such thing as a bad Meowscarada matchup. And I've played, like, fucking, like, Weezingale Talonflame matchups, like, on the same team. And you're like, what do I do? It's fine. You still win. Just U-turn forever. And eventually you'll win. Meow is such a strong Pokemon. Absolutely love this thing. I think it's incredible. And I think I do share the opinion of some people that it is, like, 1-1 in the decks right now. Like, I really do. So, it's going to go up there at the top ass. And you're going to like it. Finally, we're going to get to some good Pokemons because we have Gen 8 and then a bunch of Legends, which is awesome. Like, I'm very excited about that. Okay. Where are we at? Big Durgingtons. I think this Pokemon is like a Tera merchant, and there's like a universe where it can be useful with Tera. But, like, that's about it. We're going to move this guy down a little bit, too. I think this will right there because I like Quillfish as like a value guy. But yeah. Okay. Durge moves down, and then we have another Tera Merchant. All starters, who would have thought? In Quackleval, I think Quackleval is actually really, really strong with Tera. Like, it's such an oppressive Pokemon. It feels like sometimes that guy is always just like one turn away from accidentally winning. And I think it's just not really used enough. I think there's a lot of other good water fighting types, so Quackleval doesn't get the love it deserves. But man, that Pokemon is really good, man. It's really freaking good. Absolutely love that thing. Plenty worth a drafting spot. Plenty worth a draft. Okay. Bam. What are your thoughts on weather teams in Gen 9? I think the only one that's real is Sun. Like, I think that's it. And I think even then, like, hard Sun is bad. I think having, like, a Sun element with, like, Ninetales isn't bad. I don't know, because you kind of have to go hard Sun if you're going to do, like, a Sun team. I think you, like, literally have to go hard Sun if you're going to do a Sun team. I think they're very inconsistent. I think if you're going to use, like, Ninetales Sun, lean full bore into the offense, and that's it. Don't try and get cute with it, and like, you know, do anything silly. Literally just like full offense, full bore, win the video game kind of team. I think it's okay, but I don't know. Damn, we got Crook over Quack. Call that Hoochie Albina bias. No, dude. Crook, for the value that you get, is the GOAT, man. I'm telling you, Crook is like a top 5 grounded SV. I love that guy. He's so good. He's so good. Oh my gosh, he's so good. That's my GOAT. That's my GOAT. Alright, now we're getting to the shitty Gen 9 guys. You're only getting one Oink alone. He's going in F tier. Dunspark's going to go a little bit higher. I think he's actually like a silly guy with Tera. You can definitely like make him work. I think top of D is fine. Yeah, I think top of D is fine. I actually spammed that guy early gen. Thought he was the GOAT. I was wrong, but like still okay. Spite Ops, shitty low tier web setter. It has some cool utility moves. Big low kicks. I think low kicks is like another pretty underexplored like low tier Tera offensive option. I think it's worth putting here in B tier just as like a hey. This guy's ridiculously powerful. It's not an easy Pokemon to fit on a team, but Tera low kicks is so strong, man. It's so strong. We have Relor's the tiny Rabska. That's his name. He's terrible. He's gonna go in F tier. Then what do we have? Houndstone. Houndstone, I think, is actually quite decent. I like it as like another like budget spin block option. I think like if you can draft it with like the sand, it's kind of cool. Obviously, Last Respects is going to be banned, but they got Poltergeist on it, so like that plus like sand can be kind of cool. And like the defensive fluxes are also okay. Owen betraying the bulky normals, Gen 8 Owen would cry. Dude, I actually was talking about this with someone the other day. I am so glad Licky Licky is not in the decks. Not because I don't love him. Like, literally one of my favorite Pokemon, like, ever, because of how much I used it in Gen 8 draft. He'd be so bad this generation, it wouldn't even be fun. He would be so bad at SV, man. And it would break my heart. It would absolutely break my heart seeing a metagame where Licky Licky was literally an undraftable Pokemon. Because I love that guy. And holy shit, he'd be terrible. He'd be so bad if he was in this game. Like, genuinely, really, really bad. Okay. Whew. Let's keep going. We're actually zooming right now. We're moving. Espathra. There's gonna be another, like, high C tier, like, this is like a Tera Merchant guy. Okay. Big noob destroyer. Like, any guy who's playing in his second league ever would see me put Espathra in, like, C tier and probably lose their mind. Like, Omega noob destroyer. But beyond that, kind of bad. I'm gonna be honest. Not a big guy. I'm not big on him. Not big on him. Okay. What's next? What's next? What's next? Big Farigiraf. My VGC GOAT. I love using Farigiraf in VGC. But in singles, it's just kind of a do-nothing volcano, unfortunately. But hey, in VGC, of course, the GOAT. That guy's the GOAT. I'm telling you. Big Dondozo. Dondozo's also going to go in D tier. I think it's just a big do-nothing water. Without like much utility outside of like being generally fat. Definitely a guy who's built for doubles. You know what I mean? Definitely a guy who's built for doubles. A couple of F tier Pokemon before you actually get a good one. Bug Trio and Veluza. We're not going to pretend like those guys are good, right? We don't need to do that today. All right. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. Big Palafin, we're back again. We're leading with the flip turn. This guy definitely goes up here at A, I think. I don't think it's quite S. I think the opportunity cost of like having to get it in now and things like that is annoying. But it's definitely a Pokemon that's like very, very powerful and very, very impressive in the battle and the builder. So yeah, I think it's pretty strong though. I think it's very strong. I think it's very strong. Okay, where's my next one? Arboliva or Arboliva, as Joseph Pocket Monster would say. Then we're gonna go brr. When do you think the first Champions draft will come out? I mean, Arboliva is gonna go in D tier, by the way. I mean, it really depends. It's just like, when does it come out? And like, how does it look like when in regards to like getting your Pokemon? Because if it's not hard to get your Pokemon and it comes out at the beginning of April, dude, we'll probably have mid-April. We'll have leagues starting up, you know? But it really just depends on the day it comes out and how easy it is to get. After that happens, I'm ready, dude. Like, I'm ready, man. Like, we are going to start like ASAP. But it just really depends on like the logistics of it. I do think it's going to come out early April. Like, I'm pretty much convinced of it, but obviously they've done silly shit before, so I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Okay. Next. Dude, the goat. No, I'm just kidding. This guy, nobody's hell L5. Nobody's hell L5. It's gonna go in D tier. It's a shitty weather abuser that L5 really likes. That's it. He can make it work because he's good at the game. It's not a good Pokemon. It's just not a very good Pokemon. Again, unless you're King L5 specifically. River Room, kind of like, again, like a low tier Tera Merchant. I think he's fine to go in like D tier. I do need to like readjust these though, because these Pokemon are better than a lot of these guys. I think I'm just gonna do this, and like Chansey is gonna be my proverbial line in the sand, because Chansey is really bad, but still in D tier, and like everything below Chansey is really bad. Okay, there we go. Go. Mousehold. I think Mousehold actually is like pretty darn threatening. I think we could put Mousehold at the top of D tier when it comes to like either like the annoying Super Fang sets can be actually really, really obnoxious, like Fast Encore, or the Pop Bomb sets. If you're not prepared and you don't bring your helmet on the right guy, you might just lose to Mousehold. They need to give this guy knockoff, and he's the greatest Pokemon ever. So you can knock off helmets, and then he'll just be like super broken and just absolutely insane. But yeah, Pop Bomb's really strong. Just be careful about helmets and stuff like that, but not bad Pokemon. Not bad Pokemon at all. Big Orth. I think Orth deserves like a high D tier slot as well. Just because like the value you get out of its like ground immunity plus like double hazards is very strong. All right, where are we at now? So Titan, dude, every gen there's a weather setter or a weather abuser, right? Every gen there's a weather abuser, and every gen I'm like, wow, this Pokemon surely is going to be incredibly strong with weather. So Titan was that guy. Barraskewda was the guy of the gen before. In my mind, where I was like, yes, this guy's going to be broken. Make him 11 points or 13 points or something. And that's just terrible. It's so bad. So Titan is one of the worst Pokemon ever. I hate that guy. He's the worst. Okay, big Baxcalibur. I think this guy definitely deserves like an A tier slot, but probably towards the bottom of it. Maybe top B. What do you guys think? Actually, that's a great question for you guys. I'm very torn on Bax. If it's high A, or low A, or high B. Low A, high B. Baxcalibur. Because, like, it's definitely, like, just a stat monster. Caliber. There we go. It's a stat monster, but like the typing is so bad, and it's very, very hard. It's very, very hard to draft. To draft and like have it actually be good. You know what I mean? Go ahead and pop some votes for me, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm leaning top of B. We'll change it if we have a majority say low A. But I'm thinking top of B as well. It's just so hard to use, man. It's so hard to justify drafting that guy. Big Tatsugiri. You know what we'll do? Because they're best friends, we'll put him next to Dozo, but he's pretty bad. He's pretty bad. Okay. Next up. Who do we got? We got Cyclozar. Big Charles. It's tricky to get an in, but it's incredible as a breaker and revenge killer. Yeah. I think it's good as a breaker. I don't know if I'd give it a good revenge killer. All right, you want to talk about good value? Big Charles. Charles is like... I have not played in a draft in like 2 years where Charles hasn't been drafted in the mid-rounds. He's just so reliable. It's like that spinner regen pivot. Always his job. And then there's like the sneaky sets where you run like Choice Specs or Life Orb or Bandit or something cool like that. You do crazy damage. As long as you have 3 other mons better than on your team. That's a good comparison. I'm here for that. I get it. I agree. Okay. And now we're finally at Palmot. For some reason, they like just skipped half of the decks earlier. Palmot is probably going to be like a low C tier Pokemon. I actually think it's quite strong offensively. A little bit tougher to draft, but very, very strong offensively. It's very funny that early gen we're like, Revival Blessing is going to be broken. And now the move is never clicked, ever. Okay, yeah. High B is like very much so winning. I'll end that. Perfect. Okay, yeah. I think Palmot was a Pokemon we thought was going to be a little bit better with its custom move. Kilowattrel is probably going to go... I think low C is fine. Good speed. Like a good speed option, but that's about all it really offers. I'm not a big Kilowattrel guy. I'm not a big Tera Kilowattrel guy. Yes, it's good with Tera, but like... Tera a better Pokemon, you know what I mean? Unless you're playing like a low tier Tera specific format, which that's not what we're ranking, right? Bombardier, also terrible. Gonna go in F tier. Man, new gens either like make the most broken Pokemon ever or like the most terrible Pokemon ever. It's nothing in between. Like it's literally never anything in between. It's crazy. Okay. Literally crazy. Flamigo! Flamigo's gonna go probably down here in D tier. I think it is like a better fighting type than a lot of the guys we have in D. Let's find an app comparison. Or is it just gonna go in front of Chansey? It's definitely better than these guys. Yeah, it's definitely better than these guys. We're gonna put it right here. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. Cloth. F tier, unfortunately. He's pretty awesome. Knucklestack will also go in F tier, while Garganackle, I think I'll put in like high D tier. I think Tera Garganackle is actually like a slept-on demon. I've seen a couple people draft it recently. Pokemon can be really, really obnoxious on the right, like semi-stall or stall type build. Like it can be really, really like underwhelming to deal with. Because you can't break it with conventional means sometimes, like that you would with a fatter team like that. Glimmet will also go in F tier, but Glamora will get like a real ranking. You can draft Glimmet. Oh, we skipped Big Squawk. I literally just forgot it. That's my bad. Glim has to go at the top of B, I think. I don't know if I'd quite put it in A, but Glim has to go at the top of B, I think. Just like the hazard utility, obviously being very strong as well. I'm wondering how Mega Glim will stack up in Generation 10/Champions. I think it's going to be kind of mid, just because like he can't hold an item, and it's probably going to have the same ability, if I had to guess. But, yeah, still a good Pokemon. Alright, I'm sorry, I did forget Big Billy. He's going in F tier, but he gets a spot on the list. I appreciate you pointing that out, because I did forget him. Grafai I've actually seen, like, be kind of annoying at certain points with just, like, prankster utility and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and put it above Chansey. Because that's kind of the bar right now for D tier. It's either better than Chansey or worse than Chansey. But yeah. Alright, we're finally about to get to some good Pokemon. I promise. We're almost there. We're about to get the Paradox guys. And, like, these guys are broken. Alright. Big Dashboon is going to go in F tier alongside his friend Mabostiff. My favorite Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet, almost, though, because of the Arven storyline. That shit made me cry like a baby. We got Brambleghast. Big Brambleghast is probably going to go here in like low D. Let's find a ghost that's like comparable to Brambleghast in D tier. Definitely better than Oricorio, but that's not why we ranked it there. I'd say it's better than Poltegeist. I think it's better than Poltegeist, for sure. I'd say it's for sure better than Poltegeist. Oh, we're home stretch, baby. Home stretch. Why is there random Gen 9 guys after the Paradox is? I don't get this, Chillis. Big Goldango. I am a huge Goldango stan. No, Palafin wasn't skipped. Look, it's an A tier. Right here. It's up here. Alongside Goldango, who I'm going to put in A tier. I don't think Gold's like necessarily an S tier Pokemon, but I think like as like a Tera captain, I think it's really slept on. I think as just a Pokemon, it's very difficult to deal with. I think Tera Goldango is way too slept on though. Absolutely love Tera Goldango. So I'm going to go in A tier. Our team has Tera Goldango, and I've been seeing a lot of Tera Goldango recently in the TGS tournament that I'm running, and it's been incredible. Alright, Tuscathy, he's got to go in S tier. Top 5 Pokemon in the format. Give him his flowers. He's the GOAT. This guy's so strong. He's so fat. Such broken coverage with a broken stab combo. He's got to go up there. Alright, Big Brute Bonnet. Unfortunately, not the worst Paradox guy. Not the worst, but he's close to it. He's going to go in D tier, unfortunately. Sandy Shock's also going to go in D tier, I think. Like, another Pokemon I think is genuinely bad. I genuinely think Sandy Shocks is bad. Can't wait to unleash Tera Goldango for spring seasonal. Oh, nice. Did you get it there? That's dope. Yeah, I think Sandy Shocks is genuinely bad. I really do. Ground type air balloon. Like, that's it. I think the typing is not very good. I think it's very overhyped. Squeamtail. Oh, my goat. Oh, Squeamtail, my beloved. I love Squeamtail. It's gonna go in A tier. I think this Pokemon is like the ultimate utility guy, and I spam this guy as much as humanly possible. I love Squeamtail. I do. I think I also have to be a little bit more realistic, and I have to move my favorite guys down, because I think looking at the rest of A, they are just much worse. In fact, I'm gonna put Glim there. Yeah, I'm gonna put this guy here. Cool. I think it's better. Sandy Shock's got nothing on my boy Stunfisk. Yeah, because Stunfisk is like 2 points. And that's why he's awesome. I love Stunfisk. Sandy Shocks is not him. Fluttermane, you can hang out with Dragapult, but you're not going to get ranked, you know? I think Slitherwing is an interesting one. We have a Slitherwing team in DWL. It's actually quite okay. I think this Pokemon's really strong and has some cool defensive utility. The OG Albino agenda has been defeated for now. For now. You just wait. Alright, Big Roaring Moon. I think Roaring Moon has earned his spot in S tier. I do. I think this Pokemon is so good. It used to be like, people were like, wow, Roaring Moon is like the greatest round 2 pick of all time. Now everybody's like, wait a minute. Roaring Moon is a really good round 1 pick. It's a really good Pokemon. The dark typing is obviously so good this generation. You turning around forever on like choice sets is great, but I think like the booster attack sets are so strong and so difficult to deal with. So many of the resists in this metagame just die to like knockoff plus like EQ or Iron Head. They just don't take that hit with booster attack, and then you just win later, or you win then. Who knows? You know. Like really, really, really powerful Pokemon. I think it's strong on Sun offense. I think it's good with Dark Spam. I think it's really good with like other offensive pieces like Keldeo. Yeah, I think Moon is just so good. I'm a big Moon stan. Remember when they were calling him Roaring Min? I remember. I won't let that shit slide. I remember that. Treads. I think Treads is like the epitome of a high A tier Pokemon. I think it's like very close to S tier. I think it's like the epitome of a high tier A Pokemon. It's such a good spinner. It's very threatening offensively too. Like very sleepy. There's those matchups where like max attack Treads will just 2-hit kill everything. Like I think it's really strong. I don't think it does. I don't know. Like, is that worth that slot? I don't know. I don't like Pokemon that are absolutely stuffed by a Pokemon with an item. That's not why I changed it. So the reason I changed my draft Poké is because John made me one. And I thought it was cool. That's the only reason we're using the Glades one. Because I'm also from California, and he made me that one. And I was like, ah, hell yeah. So I just changed it. That's literally the only reason we changed. I do love me some Moonski still. Alright. We got big Iron Moth. Iron Moth definitely is like an A-tier Pokemon. I think with Tera, it's very, very powerful. One of my favorite mid-tier Tera options. Definitely deserves its flowers up there. Iron Hands, same thing. I'm gonna be a little bit. No, I think it's wrong to put it up there. I think this is definitely a B tier Pokemon. I love it. It's a really fun Pokemon. It's definitely fallen off over the course of the generation, though. I think it'd be very dishonest of me to put it any higher than that. It'd be very dishonest, dude. Iron Juggy Wuggy, another Pokemon that's just not very good. I think putting it in like low C tier is probably fine. I think putting in like low C tier is probably fine. I think it like has potential with Tera. I think if there was like an auto terrain setter that wasn't being cursed, it'd be a lot stronger. But it really wants the proto boost like at all times with like actual items like a power for Meteor Beam or something like that. This Pokemon is terrible. This guy's terrible. I'm putting him in F tier. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. He's so bad. He's such a bad Pokemon. How do you make a T-Tar but like absolutely awful? That guy's really bad, man. He's not going anywhere near my top list. Then we have Bundle. I think Bundle is another Pokemon that's like a certified A-tier Pokemon. Very fast, decently strong, a little bit unreliable. And the typing does kind of hold it back sometimes, like with the Rock's weakness, but still a strong Pokemon nonetheless, right? Still a strong Pokemon. Big Val. Like I said, I think the Meowscarada is the best Pokemon in the format. I think Val is still second, though. Very, very powerful. I mean, like, the blueprint for a mixed attacker. The only way a mixed attacker still works is if they're, like, Thanos stats mon, like Valiant is here. So I think putting in an S tier is totally fine. Big Tingluski. Dude, is Lu an S tier Pokemon? I love Tinglu so much. I love Tinglu so much. I think this I'm doing it. You know what? The OG Albino agenda is back. This is an S tier Pokemon. It's for sure an S tier Pokemon. It's probably gonna be at the bottom of S tier, but oh my god, it doesn't die and hazards are so broken. So you know what? It's going in S. It's going in S. It's going in S. Bonus Socks, Plummet and Champions with everything having Vacuum Wave. Yeah, I guess everything gets it. The agenda is back, dude. Lu is back. Lu is broken. I love me some Lu. Love me some Lu. That's my guy. That's my guy. Okay. What do we got next? What do we got next? Wo-Chien. Oh, Bochizzy. This guy's pretty bad. We're gonna put him in D tier. He's definitely better than, like, fucking Arboliva, right? He's definitely better than, like, Arboliva. All the stocks are going back up when it gets Surf. You know, it might go up a little bit. It for sure might go up. But it's not going to be that much up, I'll be honest. Pow, you can also go up here with your broken friends, you know? Early SV allows. Early SV allows. Charles Youth. Charles Youth. Where is he? Charles Youth. I think this guy has, like, a certified B tier merchant. I think putting him here in B is fine. Big fall off this gen. Big fall off. Astronomical generational fall off from Bundle. Or from Chiyu, but still very strong. No matter what, it's going to be very strong. Tinky Binky! Tankaton! This Pokemon is, like, utility incarnate. Beyond Screamtail, it's, like, one of the better utility guys in the format, I think. So it's going to go here in B tier. I almost want to put it at the bottom of A, just for the value that it offers. And Knock, Encore, Pickpocket, things like that. T-Wave. Very, very annoying Pokemon for people to deal with. Armarouge is the ugly brother. S 100% S tier for Tinkaton. What? Nuh-uh. Not doing that. Alright, we'll put him above Skeletors because he's a better like Tera merchant than Skeletors, that's for sure. Okay, where are we at next? Ceruledge. I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna put this guy in B. I think this guy is incredible with Tera. I think this guy is so incredible with Tera. 100% a Tera merchant. But so incredible with Tera. So incredible. Alright. What do we got next? Toadscroll. You're better than Arboliva and better than Wochen. You'll go there. King Gambit. He's still got it. He's still got it. He's going to go at top of B. I can't put him in A. I cannot put this guy in A anymore. He's just seen too much of a fall off. Can't put him in A, but he's still got it. I've seen him like dropping in price exponentially recently, which might bump him up to like A because like he is going for so cheap. But yeah, I think ground type that like serves a very specific role. Clodsire does it. Between like Unaware and Water Absorb, it's like cool niche, like you know, qualities that it gets, but still very exploitable. Still very exploitable. You have Tera Nihilip, another hashtag noob killer, but like still a good Pokemon that's a hashtag noob killer. I think it definitely does a spot above Chiyu. Like I think it's just a better Tera guy than Chiyu is. Alright. Looks like we're on to Hisui, because I've ranked these guys in other forms. So that's fine. Yeah, alright. Big Drago. One of the coolest Pokemon ever, I'd like to say. But it's going to go in high D. With Tera, I think if you sink Tera into it, it actually has the potential of being quite solid. But you got to sink a lot of resource into it to like make it worth it, in my mind. So it just, I can't put it higher. Weird Ear is really bad. It's going to go in D tier. Cleavor. If it hits its moves, it's not terrible. If it hits its moves, it's not terrible. I think it's quite better as like a breaker than a few of these guys. We're going to put it in C tier. Attacking Stealth Rock is always just like a cool concept in general too, you know? Big Sneasler. I think you got to put Sneasler in like low A. Maybe top of B, but probably low A. I'd have to say it. I'm not sure what you guys think in that regard, but I think there's a lot right now, like the way the metagame is treated, where like every team has like a low tier Spin Walker Ghost. A lot of them just wall Sneasler. Or check it quite well, but in those matches where you're not playing that kind of archetype, Sneasler can be quite popular, quite strong. I think it's kind of forced into choice locked roles right now, but definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. And it's good speed, right? And speed is kind of a hard thing to come by. Tera Enam, this guy, you want to talk about generational fall-offs, man. This guy has like gotten the shit end of the stick lately. I think like it requires Tera to function, and I think it's a strong Tera captain, but if you're going to sink that many points into something like that, it's a little bit tough. I don't know. Tera Enam, or Enam T, sorry. I'm thinking Enam and T, and I said Tera. I think Enam is probably just going to kind of sit down here in bottom of C. I think that's quite fine. Yeah. I think that's okay. I think down here is fine. Okay, what do we got next? What do we got next? Overquill. I'm a big Overquill stan. I actually think Overquill is quite incredible. We're going to put it below Glim, because Glim is just a better poison type hazard center. I think you need to attach price for mons. I do not have it in me to do that. I can show you where Enam is right now. It's definitely fallen off big time. Enam is 12 points without Tera, 17 with in DWL currently. But yeah, I'm not attaching. I can, if you ever have a question, I can totally go and look at like what the tier list I'm looking at has it at. Or the tier list that I'm basing this off of, I guess. But yeah, 12 points without Tera. That guy's seen a fall off. He's seen a big fall off. Okay. Bascues, I'm just gonna rank one of them, because typically you can get both. I think this guy is genuinely a sleeper. I think people need to wake up to Big Bascue, man. This guy's so strong. Shouts to Jason. We also have a Nat Dex team in DWL that has a Basque Legion. This guy's Thanos in every mock. Like it's so strong. It's so fat. Good choice. Good with an AV. Like very, very strong Pokemon. Ghost is broken, and like with the adapt, yeah, that guy's he's so strong. Absolutely love me some Basque. I think with Tera, demon. Like absolute demon. Really strong Pokemon. Big Luna. I think Luna is like a certified like low B tier breaker. Yeah, I think it's like a certified low B tier breaker. Probably down here. Cool if you can position it, but kind of hard to position it. You know what I mean? Kind of hard to position it. Hold on. One sec, I'm responding. Bam. Okay, cool. Alright, let's keep going, because I gotta play a game soon. We gotta zoom through these a little bit. We're kind of in the home stretch, though. Zapdos, I think, is actually really strong on, like hazard stack builds, where, like... Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to go... like this. I think like GZAP is actually good on like hazard stack, don't let them defog, and don't let them spin builds, like as the don't let them defog guy, because it's really strong. I drafted Zapdos Tinglu, and it was really, really powerful. I like that core a lot. Like I absolutely love that core. Absolutely love that core. Okay. 1 second, y'all. I actually really have to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. Ooh. Alright, we're back. We're back. Ugh. Sorry. Not gonna lie, coffee ran through me a little bit. Alright. Cool. Where are we at? What was the last thing we did? Alright, looks like we're on Moltres. Dude, where's Zapdos? Okay, it's down there. Okay, they have them later. Like regular. You know, we're doing regular Zapdos right now because that's making me mad. Regular Zapdos definitely goes in A. Zapdos has like this weird issue where like Zapdos is still really good, but like he forces Tera Electric on every Terramon ever, and like that's like cool because you're like, I know it's gonna be Tera Electric. But then at the same time you're like, damn, my Zapdos is useless as balls now. You know, like against someone who's probably trying to check. So it's a little bit tough, but like Zapdos is still really strong, and it forces those Tera Electrics for a reason, right? It's not like those Pokemon typically have recovery anyway, so it's not like the end of the world, you know. Big Moltres. I'm actually a big Moltres fan. Like, I'm a big Moltres fan. I like this Pokemon a lot. I think it's very, very good defensively on the right types of teams. So we're going to put it in B. Galarian Moltres is definitely like a Terra Merchant, but like if you can find the opportunity to do so, it's not a bad Pokemon, right? Not a bad Pokemon at all. I think we're going to put this guy probably here in the middle of C tier. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Okay. Where we at? We got Mew. Dude, I'm a big Mew Glacier. I'm going to say I'm going to put him in the bottom of A for Terra Captains, dude. As a Terra Captain, I think Mew is so good. I think people really just do shit on this guy for no reason. Or, like, don't glaze him enough. That's not even that they shit on him. They just don't glaze him enough. He deserves more, dude. Mew deserves better. He deserves better. He deserves better. I'll say it. I'll say it if you guys won't. Okay. Obviously, Mewtwo is not going to be ranked. These Pokemon are really bad. Typhlosion, we could put him probably bottom D. Right? Yeah, I think right below Scovillain is fine. I think Scovillain's actually a better Pokemon than Typhlosion, which is crazy. Hisuian Typhlosion in particular, probably a little bit higher. At least gives you like that added ghost typing on. So I think that's fine. But like the issue is just like it's a really bad spin blocker. We're gonna put it right here in like mid D. I think mid D is fine. Yeah, I think that's a fine placement for it. Okay, we got Quagsire, another like very like hyper specific water, but not a bad one. At that, I think like high D tier is probably fine. Has some cool pocket utility, but again is very exploitable. Galarian Slowking, probably one of the best pivots in the game, with Chili and things of the sort. I think it definitely deserves a nice high slot on this list. I'd say probably up here in B tier. Oh, we got next. It's doing Quillfish. We're going to put this guy next to regular Quillfish. I think it's objectively better than regular Quillfish. Where is it? I prefer regular Quillfish just a little bit more because I like, what do you call it? The item flexibility. But I guess you can do that with the other one too, right? I guess it's maybe just like the typing. I don't know. Because Dark Poison is also really good. They just check different things. So maybe I'm kind of looking at them differently for some reason. Hisuian Sneasel is just like a very bad Pokemon, I think. So it's gonna go in. It's gonna go in F tier here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Legendary Trio is gonna stay the same there. Uxie. Don't talk about Utility Demon. Utility Demon. This guy's going top of B. Top of B. The guy's the GOAT. Where's Mesprit? Mesperit's also going up there in B. I think it's a little bit worse, like utility-wise, but it has like the Healing Wish option, which is like really powerful. Like incredibly powerful. So I think it's definitely worth like a B tier slot, maybe a little bit below Cyclozar. Is this list missing DLC mons? I don't think it is. Oh, it is! No, we can't rank Terop. This sucks. I'm not posting this picture now. I can't believe this. What's the point? Oh my gosh, it doesn't have like Terop or Bolt or... Oh my gosh. Maybe I can add them? Do I have a Pokemon Home Sprites file? Or like, do I have like that as like a thing? Hold on. My D drive. Okay, I have GIFs. I don't want GIFs though. Stars are missing too. Oh, bro! You're right, man. Aw, dude, you're right. This sucks. Home renders. Okay, I do have home renders. Hold on. What do I click? Home renders. Okay, I know how to click it. All right, so let's go through all the starters because we have the Gen 1 starters. Hold on, I got this. So it's just gonna be starters? Okay. I wonder if it's missing... Dude, but the thing is this missing... like the whole Kitakami decks too? This is missing the Kitakami decks. This is missing the Kitakami decks, isn't it? Like the whole thing, right? Looks like there's gonna be a part 3 to the stream, guys. Looks like there's gonna be a part 3. Looks like there's gonna be a part 3. Yeah, because like okay, this is gonna sound really random, but Yon Mega is in Kitakami because I got one for my playthrough of it. Yeah, there's gonna be a part 3, guys. There's gonna be a part 3, and I'll just add them in later, I guess. Yeah, yeah, I'll add it into this later. Yeah, we'll do that later. Oh well, all right. Well, we'll just finish that now because there's a lot missing, and I don't want to like add all of them. Okay. No, you're good. You're good. It's not your job to notice it. We'll go Azelf, probably like C tier. Get like good offensive speed guy, but like doesn't really have like a job other than being like an okay fast guy, I guess. But like negative defensive utility. Yeah, we'll do another stream maybe tomorrow or something like that, or I'll add all the Kitakami decks to the decks. Streaming right now. Sorry. 1 sec. About to finish. Something like opposite order. Asper used to be the best, but it seemed to have fell off, and now it's the worst. It is pretty much the worst. I do just like objectively think it's the worst. I think it's just due to like the defensive utility that the other guys have, you know. Heatran is like a Tera merchant this gen, which is so sad because I love Heatran. But I will say, fourth wall break, I got my ass beat by a Tera Heatran like last week. So maybe that guy's the GOAT. We're gonna put him in S tier. Actually, I lied. Okay. Keep it going. Cress, probably like mid-C, right? Like it's surely better than these guys, but probably not much beyond that. Probably not much beyond that. Okay. Then what do we got? Samurott, really bad. However, Hisumi and Samurott, pretty good. This guy is just like always misses his ceaseless edge, which is a little bit tough, but like as long as you're hitting that move, this guy is just like objectively very strong. Like it is objectively very good. So we're gonna put it up here on the top of B. I think that's fine. Okay. And then we got Hisui and Lilligant. I think like on Sun in particular, like Terrasu and Lilligant is actually like very powerful. I think it's kind of mid otherwise, but I think putting it up here is definitely fine. It's also got like fast encore and stuff like that too. It's really strong with hustle if you can hit your moves as well. So there's that. I won a championship with that guy. He's pretty good. Hisui and Zorak, definitely like a much better version of a regular Zorak. Who do we have? We have him in D, so I think putting this guy in C is probably fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. Tornai, damn it, is not a very good Pokemon in my mind. I think high D tier at best. But Torn T, that's unfortunately the GOAT still. When you give a Pokemon that much speed and Regeneration, it's going to be very powerful. So this guy's going to go right up here in S tier. I think third is totally fair. Thundy Eye has seen a big fall off. I think this guy's actually just a C tier Pokemon at this point. Thundy T, I think, is actually just much better because it is very powerful with Tera in particular. So we're going to go ahead and move this guy up probably to like, I think like low B is fine. I think like low B is fine. Yeah, we'll go right. Come on. There we go. Right there. Right there. Okay. Then what do we got? The Landos. Lando Y, as another Pokemon, I think is like kind of falling off a little bit, but it's still very strong, right? Like as a breaker, you're not going to get much better than Lando. So we're going to put that in B. And Lando T, he's the GOAT still, man. He might have a different role. He might be a lot fatter now and kind of run defensive rocking sets, but man, oh man, is he freaking good at that job. Man, oh man, is he freaking good at that job. He's going to go in A tier. I mean, such a good Pokemon. Such a good Pokemon. I love like the Aloe Lando course too. Such a good Pokemon. Can be very annoying to break and just is like naturally strong, which is always like a good thing. Meloetta. I'm not quite sure why you drafted Meloetta, but if you want it, you're allowed to. If you want to, you can. I'm going to put it down here in C tier, though. Like middle of C tier. All right. On to Gen 6. Delphox. Probably not worth your while very often. I think it's probably a worse version of Armarouge, just because Armarouge has like the Mickey potential a little bit more, I think. Just like sit up and win the game. Chestnut. Has a little bit of utility as like a Fizz-Def wall, but we're not going to pretend like it's like a top tier Pokemon. I think putting it around T-Tar level is about fair. Colodon is also going to go in F tier. It's like a draftable Pokemon, so he deserves a spot. He deserves a spot. Gren, big Gren. I think Gren's going to go in A tier. I see a lot of hate for this guy now. I don't personally get it. I love Gren. I think it's really good. I don't personally get it, but I still can't hold a candle to Mesprit. Yeah, because his hands are a little small and he's dumb. But yeah, I think Gren is still really good. No, Hisui and Avila, you're so bad. Aha, where's regular Avila? You can hang out with your friend. You're probably a worse version of him. Yeah, that guy's really bad. Diancie, I actually really like Diancie a lot. I think it's like an incredible Pokemon. I think top of C is about fair. Good Mon, does its job. Nothing flashy. Has its very defined role on a team. Great Dark Art check, great Hazard Setter, great Dark check in general. So, yeah, it's good. Carbink is actually like the same thing, but just worse. But like, it's a bad Pokemon, but it's so good at being in its like hyper-specific role that I think it deserves a D tier slot, even though its like stats are terrible. Volcanion, probably gonna bump it up to about a C tier. It's a strong Pokemon. I will give you that. It is a like strong Pokemon. Not bad though, especially because like we can pay that then. Okay. Next up, where are we at? We're almost there, guys, and then we'll do a part 3 to this, I guess. Hoopa is really bad. I really don't like Hoopa. It's a better Pokemon than Zoroark, though, right? Surely, it has to be. Hoopa Unbound is an awesome low-tier Tera captain. I had Tera Edan, Tera Hoopa on like one of my deepest seasonal runs, and I absolutely love this guy. I think it's a really fun breaker. I think putting it in the bottom of B is fair. Maybe that's biased by me, but I think that guy's goated. Decidueye is just like super stat crept at this point, but it definitely is like deserving of like a C tier slot. I don't think Hisui and Decidueye is though, because its typing is just so much worse, like so much worse. So we'll put him at the top of D. Yeah, we'll put him at the top of D tier. None of these guys are getting ranked. Rillaboom, big fall off. Big fall off, but I think he definitely deserves like a high C tier placement at this point, at least. The Grassy Glide nerf hurts, but I also think people are like not really giving him a fair shot when they should be. So I don't know, maybe that's just me. Flacky's also gonna go on F tier. It is a draftable Pokemon. Inteleon, that's just low tier Keldeo. So in low tier he's good, and standard I think he's like quite bad. But D tier, it's fast and it's like technically strong, right? Might as well. Cinderace, really incredible Pokemon. This guy stood the test of time. Really solid speed option. I love Cinderace a lot on a ton of drafts, so I think A tier is totally fair. Urshifu. Is this top of A? I don't know if I'm going to put Urshifu in S tier. I don't think, and that's both of them, right? Like, obviously, they don't have both sprites out here. The better one is Rapid. This iteration. And with Tera, it's really impressive and really strong, but it's usually second or third option on the team, too. I don't know. I think top A is fine. Glacier is not very good. It's going to go in D tier, because it's at least a stat monster. Is there a better Pokemon? Is it better than Pokemon in D? Yes, for sure. Chansey line. Here's the Chansey line. Okay. What do we got next? Zarude! Big Zarude is going in S tier. And it's happening. I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Zarude, like a Tera Zarude over... No, I think I'd rather have Tusk over Tera Zarude. But still an incredible Pokemon. Zarude, like, always has a set that wins. You just have to find the set that your opponent didn't build for. Because there's always multiple paths to victory with Zarude. You just have to, like, find it. I think. It just is the tough part, I guess. Aleki, this is as if Aleki cannot Tera. And if it cannot Tera, this is a D tier Pokemon. Definitely worse than this. Yeah, if it cannot Tera, it's definitely a D tier Pokemon. And it shouldn't be able to Tera. I'll say it. I'll say it if you guys don't want to. Next up, we have Charizard, who's just, like, worse than Typhlosion because it can't erupt and has to hold boots. But same stats, right? Alolan Raichu. Chansey line. What do we got next? Alolan Persian. Chansey line. These are all like D tier Pokemon that have like niches that can be used, like in Electric or Surge Surfer and like, you know, Fluffy Parting Shot, things like that. But yeah, they're not going to be like good Pokemon. This guy is terrible. He's going in F tier. There you go. Not better than Chansey. Steven Arcanine is a fun like luxury breaker. This guy can hit so hard if you can find the position for it, but it's a little bit tough too sometimes. It's definitely better than Volcarona though, in my mind. Definitely better than Volcarona. It's a fire. This guy, like, regen pivot, technically. It's like an okay Pokemon. We'll put it at the top of D right now. Just the typing is kind of tough. Alola Muck. It lost a lot of tools in, like, the recent generations, which is a little bit sad for it, but it's still, like, a good Pokemon. I think Amoonguss has to go on bottom of this tier, too. We're just about there. Yeah, only 4 more Pokemon. Hisuian Electrode. It is a fast Pokemon. It's a very fast Pokemon. I think it's better than this guy. I mean, this guy needs to go to the bottom of this tier. Super Tera Merchant. Tauros, I think, is like a fun, slept-on, like, lower tier breaker. Actually like that guy a lot. We're going to put it here. Articuno is not very good. It's going to go in D tier as well. Probably behind something like... Yeah, probably behind a lot, to be honest. I'm like scrolling through and trying to find Pokemon I think Articuno is better than. We'll say right here. And Galarian Articuno is just like a worse version of Articuno, I guess, kind of, because like I don't know, Psychic Flying's meh. I don't know. With Tera, it's probably strong. But yeah, that's going to be part 2. We're almost there, guys. I gotta add a bunch of things to this now because I just realized they didn't have the DLC, which is a little bit tough, but it's fine. I should have done my research before. But I'm gonna jump off. I got stuff to do before work. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me and coming out to part 2. We'll be back for part 3.